If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. We are leaders of the Association of Consecrated Women in Eastern and Central Africa, called by the Church through our communities to serve the people of God as empowered, consecrated women for deeper evangelization.
My first words is to thank the African Synodality Initiative for organizing this retreat for us as ACWECA leaders. I want to thank especially Father Roberto being at the helm of everything, and all the others that have been involved, especially for hosting us here at Africama House. My experience of this retreat has been that the person that was picked to animate us in this retreat really prepared for us. Sister Anne really did a lot of reflection herself and a lot of thought that went into touching where we are as African religious women, and especially women leaders in the ACWECA region. My experience has been that this has been a very life-giving moment for me. It is one of the times that I've felt that our voice as African leaders, women, matters. We have been given this space to air our views, to express ourselves. And these have been days of prayer, so I haven't just been talking from my head. It's been a very special encounter that made me come from my heart.
Good evening. I'm just truly delighted to welcome you to the gathering of the leadership of the Association of Consecrated Women in Eastern and Central Africa. So over the next 2 days, as you can imagine, we will spend time in prayer, reflection, and contemplation. We will engage one another in a spiritual conversation as we listen and discern together on a synodal journey under the guidance of the Holy Spirit. So at the end of this retreat, our shared desire, what we really are longing for, is to weave together a vision of synodality as African consecrated women. What I actually did in planning for this retreat was to reflect more on why are we even talking about synodality. And I think Pope Francis has been my guide in this preparation to doing this, to facilitating this retreat. He says consecrated life is always a dialogue with reality. So in preparing this program, I was very inspired by him, because he said it is not a matter of gathering together to play the guitar or say how beautiful consecrated life is, but rather to walk together, not to lose ourselves in formalism, in ideologies, in fears, in dialogues with ourselves and not with the Holy Spirit. That we should incorporate discernment and prayer and not shy away from reality. So I think that's what we've been doing in the last couple of days. I have invited the sisters to deep sharing, individual sharing, group sharing, and we created an atmosphere of just real peace and calm, where they too can truly experience who they are and whose they are, this journey of synodality. I think this retreat is very important. As everybody knows, African women religious minister at the grassroots, where they work to bring life, love, and hope to the most vulnerable and the weakest in our society. Their style of ministry is inclusive. They believe in Ubuntu. They are communal by nature and by choice. So community and synodality come naturally to us as Africans, as consecrated women religious. I don't even think we need convincing about the values and benefits of synodality. So why did we gather? I think our gathering was an Ubuntu experience. We began with a ritual of inviting sisters to share the reports that we had asked them to gather before we met. And in sharing, we were connecting, just like the ritual we had on the visitation, Mary and Elizabeth. We were connecting womb to womb, spirit to spirit, heart to heart, as a way of supporting each other and reminding each other that we are in this together. We
welcome you, Sister Sylvia Agula, our sister. What did you bring from our sisters in Zambia? What are you hearing about synodality?
Thank you so much, sisters. Greetings from Zambia. And from Zambia, the message is that synodality is an opportunity for us to participate. We have been empowered by Pope Francis to express ourselves.
When I was preparing to come here, I was eager and enthusiastic to learn more. And I feel united to the world, and especially now to my African people and the sisters. And I feel involved now than before. And I don't feel being left behind again. I'm just having a new feeling of joy and gratitude. Thank you.
This retreat has been very wonderful. The deep, silent, and connected experience. I've liked it. I've been able to listen to myself, listen to my fellow sisters, share with them, and we are connected now as sisters. I'm very happy about this retreat.
I'm also hearing the pain and suffering, the sisters go through when they're trying to live as authentic witnesses to the gospel message and to the mission of Christ. I'm hearing the fears and the anxieties that accompany our mission as religious women. But at the same time, I'm seeing hope. I'm hearing the sisters are really hopeful that the situation, this opportunity of the synodality is giving them an opportunity to speak out and to claim what is really theirs, and also to redefine the identity of the religious consecrated women in the church and their place and role within the church.
The church is people of God. What is our position? When the church makes a decision for the growth of the church, where is our position? Where are we?
The church is the people of God. We are discussing a lot about hierarchical church. The church is not only hierarchical church, so we need to see that church including all the people of God, not being just a hierarchical church. So I need to see that aspect of the church all together, clergy, religious and laity all together. We should, I want to, to feel that aspect. We are family of God, the church.
In my reality, I want the church that will open for all persons. Consecrated life, lay people, priests, sister, everyone, young, youth, teenager, old people, will go together in this synods. That is my dream. It is not easy. I see that it is the heavy things in my shoulder. How to start? I am waiting for the Holy Spirit to help me.
And the Holy Spirit is doing, He's creating new things. The reality of the church, the identity of the church is the same. We know the same identity is there, but now what is coming out is something new. Creativity is there. The Holy Spirit is really creative. So before coming here, all of us from different national associations, we sent already the summary of our work. The questionnaires came from you, actually. We did that. Even in that summary, I am learning a lot, though they are somehow similar, but the creativity that the Holy Spirit is bringing us is very amazing. So that I see in the church the same reality, but in new way that I experience.
The Spirit is giving me a lot of zeal and enthusiasm to hope that things will be okay. The story of Elizabeth is also speaking to me to say, I need to go and encounter all my sisters, both the young and the aged. And when I'm thinking of how Mary traveled, when you read from the Gospels, it's like Mary had to go to the hill country of Judea. It's going to be an uphill for us. It's not going to be easy. I'm thinking of that hill country which we are going to walk to meet Elizabeth.
One very important thing that happened during this days of gathering, that we had a Zoom call with Sister Natalie Baker, that for the first time a woman is appointed as the Undersecretary.
Thank you so much, Sister Han, and thank you really to each of you, and to express in the name of our Secretariat of the Synod, also with Cardinal Grech and the other Undersecretary, Bishop Wismarin. Nowadays, synodality has been discerned as really the will of God for the Church of the third millennium. We can say it's a call of God expressing how synodality is based on a culture of encounter. Mary goes to encounter her cousin Elizabeth, and a true encounter happened because they listened to the Spirit, and it was ready for them a deep spiritual experience. I have understood, and we have understood, that we can't work for the reform of the church, to help the church, to get rid of a clerical pattern, to go to the synodal side and to become really a synodal church. That's a long path of conversion. Even if as religious we truly bear, I would say this, or we have this DNA of synodality, but we also know that in our community, in our church, we are human, we are sinner, we need really the grace and the mercy of God, and we haven't finished our own journey to really follow Christ. And I feel that's our call, to accompany this new birth of the church. That is not our work. We are required to serve, but it is really the work of the Spirit. The first issue is really to work with all the people, especially the poor, especially those on the margins. And you are doing that already, but how we can really foster that. Second main issue, that is really a big issue for the society and for the church. And we can say a sign of the time, the role of women, the place of women in the church and in the society, the call to fight against all discriminations, to really foster this mutual equality between men and women, to learn better to work together as men and women in the society, in the church, to continue to empower women for more leadership in the society, in the church. And it's a very strong call today. I just want to really assure you that I hold you in my prayer. I really pray for the Spirit to give you this experience of new Pentecost, through this experience of listening and discernment in common, so that we continue to help each other, not only to be part of a synod and to implement synodality, but to become more and more a synodal sister and to help our congregation to become more and more a synodal congregation. Thank you so much, and I would be truly happy to listen to you.
We have met at a very deeper level with everyone. We have shared our joys, we have shared our sorrows. And so I'm carrying some of the faces back home in my heart. And I'm carrying some moments of joy that we have shared together. You know, as leaders, sometimes we are very busy in our offices. But the whole experience here, apart from reflecting, we have had light moments also that we are given time to be ourselves. So what I'm carrying back home is a message of hope.
Given that this retreat has been on synodality, we are discerning how we can move together. The first gift that I'm taking home is a gift of unity, togetherness, you know. Divided we fall, but together we stand. So the first gift, I'm taking it myself, first of all, to my sisters. Then I will take this gift of unity to the Association of the Religious in Uganda and all the people that we collaborate with. And another gift that I am carrying is of deep, silent listening. In this retreat, we have had an experience, a chance to do silent exercises. We have been listening to one another. We have been discerning together. This is something I have to take home.
We believe that every person's humanity depends on the other. I am because we are I am. So we pride ourselves in being religious and communal. So like an African family, this community is inclusive. Even the way we do ministry as consecrated women leads us to reach out to all, especially those on the peripheries. So I think this is the message to all other women, African women, that we have something to offer. We have something to offer. The gifts that we have are needed, especially now, as we all journey together into the oneness where every voice, every person counts.